This is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth. The Quebec shooting at a mosque just last Sunday may very well be the event that the Justin Trudeau's Liberals have been waiting for. This gives them the ability to silence anyone who disagrees with the globalist agenda by calling out any contrary opinions as hate crimes. Now, originally the police arrested two suspects, Alexander Bissonnette and Mohamed Belkadir. Witnesses did report that Belkadir ran from the police when they did arrive, and that one of the men did shout, Allah Akbar. The media ran with this information, but by Monday afternoon, the narrative had changed. Justin Trudeau's Liberals have been micromanaging this narrative, even going as far as to send a letter to Fox News accusing them of falsifying information about the identity of the suspect. Meanwhile, Fox News just tweeted that one of the suspects was Moroccan, and at the time, that was true. But the Liberal PR team insisted that Fox News delete this tweet. Not update it, not edit it, but erase it, delete it altogether, just send it down the Orwellian memory hole. Talk about overreach. Since when does the Prime Minister of Canada start telling people to delete stories, especially from reporters who are from foreign countries? Meanwhile, the Canadian corporate state media deleted any post with any kind of mention of a Muslim suspect. And then the CBC put out an editorial blaming white male Christians. Could you imagine if they put out a piece after the Paris bombings blaming all brown-skinned Muslims? But unfortunately, folks, this censorship gets even worse. Montreal police have just arrested a man for online hate speech targeting Muslims. Now, of course, he didn't make any death threats or anything of the kind. He was merely venting his rage about a very real and serious problem of Islam's influence in the West. But that's the narrative being formed here. And now the Montreal police have hired 55 people to monitor social media right now for more hate speech. Folks, this is getting real. I mean, while other countries appear to be fighting off their globalists, we here in Canada seem to be just welcoming ours with open arms. It's only a matter of time, folks, that Press for Truth is going to be considered hate speech just for merely questioning the narrative that Islam is not compatible with the West. That as a political system, like all political systems, it rests on violence and subjugation. Instead of using so-called Islamophobia as a starting point for dialogue, the powers that be are censoring the opposition through hate speech laws. And meanwhile, according to this narrative, this white male Christian was a supporter of Donald Trump. Of course, there's absolutely no proof of that other than the fact that he liked a Donald Trump page on his Facebook page. He also liked the NDP and Jack Layton. And for a supposed Christian, he also liked the atheist Richard Dawkins and Christopher Hitchens pages. Not to mention, he also liked the party Quebecois, the national separatist party here in Quebec. And I'll get back to that point in 1 second, but first I wanted to point out just how flimsy that evidence is, that just because you like something on Facebook means that you apparently support it. Do you know how many far left-wing and progressive pages on Facebook I like? I don't want my newsfeed to just become an echo chamber for my own bias. You know, sometimes it's good to see and read what the opposition is saying. A genuine virtue is being able to entertain an idea without accepting it as true. Now, getting back to the Parti Québécois, if we're going to be blaming Donald Trump here for every time a male white Christian opens fire on Muslims, perhaps we should be looking at the separatist party in Quebec. The Parti Québécois believes that Quebec is fundamentally different from the rest of Canada, that it has its own distinct culture, and that it's different and separate. And according to the people I've been talking to, Quebecois culture is not supportive of Islam. Even in just the last few years, numerous cases involving the wearing of the hijab has come up in the headlines here, as well as Quebec's Charter of Values that puts restrictions on what kind of religious garments they can wear in government buildings. So if you want to talk about the alt-right, anti-Islam sentiment, look no further than the Separatist Party right here in Quebec. They fostered themselves as a society that sees themselves distinct and more European than the rest of Canada. And lo and behold, they're facing the same problems as Europe. A disgruntled majority being forced to put aside their customs and traditions in place of a new generation of Muslims. Ones who have not immersed themselves in the culture and have no intention of abandoning the practices that led them to flee their homeland. Of course, I'm not categorizing all Quebec Muslims under this. Obviously, there are moderate ones who are willing to abandon Sharia law for the more superior common law traditions here in the West. But there are some, just like the socialists of the West, who want to bring down the things we fundamentally built here on freedom and prosperity in the West. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a narrative we won't let them take away. If this information resonates with you, be sure to like it, share it, and comment. And I want you to know, guys, I'm here for you. I came to Quebec solo on this trip. My camera here is on a tripod. I'm going to go back and edit this video and upload it as soon as I can. So we are here on the grounds documenting this as best we can for you. If you appreciate our efforts, please check the links in the description to find out how you can become a PFT member or a PFT patron. And stay tuned, guys. We're going to have more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth.